3K TV, Kiona TV, NRTV. No subscription is needed as all the channels are free to view. For $25 or the Zig equivalent, the decoder comes with a cable plus indoor and outdoor antenna. The decoders are available at the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe, BAZ, Transmedia, and all the TV broadcasters.
Dinamo Dimbare managing to finish production of their Mission Impossible 1, the Zimbabwe version, not the Hollywood one that has Tom Cruise has the star. And the star of the Dynamo show yesterday was Temptation Chiwunga after he scored the penalty which turned out to be the winner against Moors. Hello there, welcome to Sunday Sport as we continue with our live coverage of the Zimbabwe Football Premiership. I'm Charles, CNN Mabika, and as I was talking about Dinamo Dimbare getting a win after a very, very, very long time. Yesterday they beat Moors, of course, by 1-0. And then across town, a shocker at Mandava Stadium, FC Platinum in their heaviest loss since they joined the Premiership in 2011, 5-2. To Maviravira, who are brimming with confidence, fire and brimstone. And those were just some of the results from yesterday's matches. Of course, Simba Bora cementing their place at the top only just. They are now 1 point ahead of Scotland after they beat Chicken Inn at Wadzanai Stadium. Right, the match that we'll be bringing to you live in the comfort of your own homes, and the comfort of the sports bus, in the comfort of the motor vehicles, but remember that you must pay for that license. Yes, you're duty bound, of course you should. It's the match from Biles, from Rufaro Stadium. The students, Herentials, who are high flying, take on tail enders, the Gold Boys, Kwekwe United. It's a must win for Kwekwe United, for them to start thinking about moving off the relegation zone. They've only got 9 points from 23 games, whilst a win for the students will push them from 7th place to leapfrog Tail One, who lost yesterday, another shocker to Manica Diamonds. So a must win as well for Herentials. Right, to help us look ahead at this and more, let's say hello to staunch Liverpool supporter. We call him Coach Bex here at ZBC Pockets Hill. He's Bekimpilo Nyoni. Coach Bex, it's always good when you're around. You were here yesterday and you're back here again today.
Yeah, good afternoon, CNN.
And, well, Dinamo Dimbare, like I was saying, Mission Impossible 1, but they've got 10 more installments to go before they're going to make Mission Impossible 11 to make sure they stay out of relegation.
Yes, they were really abuzz during the week that things have turned round at the Dynamos, where players have been given their bonuses, they've been given their winning, their sign-on fees, and I think everything which they were owed, and everyone was ready to be going. And I think the way they fought, especially first half, they played well. Second half, I thought they were going to be overrun by their opponents, but they came out strongly and did everything to get the 3 points, and they managed to get the 3 points. And the fans themselves also responded very well. I think in terms of numbers, this is the biggest number of attendance we have seen for Dynamos, especially from the Dynamos fans themselves. The way they were singing, the way they were looking for to see the team getting out of the stadium shows that they are really wanting to see this team staying on. And the first step was to collect 3 points, which they managed to collect, and we will see how they are going to be progressing. But at the moment, there are better signs for Dynamos.
Right. Okay, yes. And of course, Denver Mukamba, Mundikumbuke, it must be the most popular player, perhaps, at Dynamos and perhaps in the country. But Dynamos were left jaded after their vice captain, Shadrach Nyawa, got a red card, a second yellow here from referee Tafaz Wajo. And it is debatable. Coach Bex, was that a dive? Should it have warranted a second yellow? Because for assimilation, what do you think?
There was really no power which was put on pushing him. And I think he was expecting to be pushed. At the end of the day, he was trying to do everything to get a penalty. And for assimilation, he was given a red card.
So you agree with Tafaz Gwajo there?
I agree with the referee.
Okay.
I agree with the referee.
Okay.
Well.
Some Dynamos fans are feeling aggrieved that maybe their vice captain should not have got the second yellow here, but he got it and out he went. So he misses their next game against, they go to Kwekwe United, their next game to play at Butter Stadium. And then the penalty, of course, it was a shot by Valentine Kadonso, which was spilled by Martin Mapisa, of all people, and upstepped Temptation Chiwunga to send it into the back of the net. There was the penalty. And Coach Bex, clear penalty or not very clear?
Very clear. It's a clear penalty, and the referee had no option but to give a penalty. That was really a penalty because he really pushed him, and he wanted to make sure that he doesn't get the ball, and he was very close to the ball.
Close to the ball. Let's have a look at it. Oh, yeah. It looks like, yes, it was a penalty. And Temptation Chiwunga, it turned out to be the hero as he brought the house down with this penalty here. No chance for Martin Mapisa.
No chance for Martin Mapisa, but I think the good thing, he had seen which side the ball was going, and he had followed it. But the ball had pace, and I think Temptation Chiwunga showed that he's the best penalty taker for Dynamos, because from what I got from the technical team, especially when they had a missed penalty.
Yeah, look at Texua Chinyama there. The former Dynamos hitman.
Definitely, as a strikers coach, he has been working to try to get the goals with any means coming, any way of getting a goal. He had to celebrate that goal which has not been coming has finally come, and with the goal having come like this, that on its own is going to be raising up the morale of the team, so that maybe this coming week it will be just they will be pumped up in everything they do, and I hope that their head coach Kaindu also will get his work permit. I understand yesterday he was there at Faro Stadium.
Right. Okay. Right. We're back to talk about what's happening at Mbiles, Kurufaro Stadium, where Herentials take on Kwekwe United, and first to arrive where the high-flying students, the hosts, as they graced the venue of today's match against Kwekwe United. Remember, Herentials in their last match, they held most to a 1-1 draw. And these students, they're arriving in style. Of course, I did say if they win today, then they leapfrog Tel 1 and go from 7th to 6th place. And there is the Herentials College Football Club. That's their full name, Herentials College Football Club. But we call them the students, and they step off the bus. The students, of course, their director, IB9 Innocent Benza, is in the lineup as usual, as he will be trying to light up the way for his forwards, his core forwards, together with his son and captain Tinotenda Zulu Benza. And there, Coach Bex, as we saw there, the kit for Herentials looking immaculate.
Yes, looking immaculate, and also it's just locally made, but they are really a very nice kit. And also, even their luxury bus shows that they really mean business in football. To them, football is business, and as the Rentals, institute. I think they have done extremely well, very well for the Zimbabwean football.
Oh yeah, Herentials, the club with the most number of football franchises in the country. Six that Innocent ends the sponsors in Zimbabwe. And yes, Coach Bex, as we look, again, the pitch at Rufaro, but let's not talk about that. We look at the students' formation.
Yes, the students, when we see it, there is 4-5-1. What it means is there will be one midfielder who will always be supporting the main striker, who will be in front.
And Ralph Kawandera, of course, is the man that Kwekwe United need to watch. They will know all about Ralph Kawandera. Now, do you remember a guy that we used to call, and we still call him, the member in charge? He was the 1989 Soccer Star of the Year, Masimba Dinero. Of course, you should remember him. He was the leading light at Black Mambas. That's why I gave him that nickname, member in charge. And there is the dressing room of the Gold Boys. The Gold Boys, you see, that's gold, and that's why they are Gold Boys. Of course, they also try to dig for gold in Kwekwe, but it has not been happening in as far as the football is concerned. Well, maybe some Gold Panthers are striking it rich in Kwekwe, but in as far as football is concerned, the Gold Boys are failing to strike it rich. As we take another look at the deplorable pitch at Rufaro Stadium, the ceremonial home of football. With a pitch like that, I think that nickname has to be put aside, at least for now. That nickname was coined by my good old friend, the godfather, Robson Sharuko, many years ago. But for now, yeah, it's still the ceremonial home of football, but being spoiled by that pitch there. And we talked about it, Coach Bex, yesterday, that no, the city fathers and mothers have got to be serious.
Yes, they need to be really serious to try to make sure that they work on that field. I think what they should realize is that is a cash cow for Harare City Council, because teams want to use the Rufaro Stadium, and if it is looked up well, I think they will get more than what they are getting at the moment.
As we look at the Gold Boys formation, as you notice there, no big names. Do you recognize any name there? No big names. The formation, Coach Bex.
Yes, they have got a 4-3-3, three midfield, four defenders, three midfielders, and three up front, right winger, left winger, center striker. So it's like playing against a team with five midfielders. We'll see if they will be able to be overcoming the five midfielders for Herentials. But I think one thing I've noted for both teams, they only have got a head coach. They don't have two assistant coaches. It's head coach, goalkeeper coach for Herentials, head coach for Kwekwe, and the goalkeeper coach for Kwekwe. That on its own, I think, shows some weaknesses on the part of the technical department, which they need to work on and try to make sure that they boost it, so that at least the performance they are having at the moment, it might be Herentials, we see they are in the top 8, maybe with boosting their technical, we can see them even being in top 4.
As we just had a brief look there at the Herentials players warming up, gearing for this big game. It has to be big because you have more of Herentials. It has to be big because if they win this one, then they go to number 6 from number 7. Yes, we know that the fight right now seems to be amongst the top 4. That's Simba Bora, Scotland, Moors, and FC Platinum. Of course, FC Platinum losing a bit of ground yesterday, but those are the top 4. But you cannot rule out, as we see, the Gold Boys now. No big names, I'll tell you. Masimba Mambare has gone. Alan Boraga Zikwa has gone. Of course, Masimba Mambare, we call him Mudimbare Mambare. He was rumored to be joining Dynamo. It didn't happen. He's gone. Alan Zikwa is gone. So a couple of other experienced players, they are gone, probably because of the remuneration there, and it's untried. And young players, can they get the Gold Boys off that relegation zone? That is the big question, Coach Ben.
Yes, I think if we look at the way they have played since Masimba Dinero came, they've been trying to get the win, but the win has been eluding them, and it's not going to be easy. And I want to believe at the moment they should have accepted to say, let's go out there, let's gain the experience. You young players were giving you experience. Just play and enjoy the game. It's no longer a situation of being relegated or not. Relegation, I think, has teared at them, and they have accepted it's going to be part of them this year, but they need to be enjoying. Although there are rumors which are going around that maybe this week the team might be taken over by the community. It's just the rumors which are going around, and they thought it would be good.
I have to butt in, Coach Bex, because now we have to hear what the gaffers, we always give you what the gaffers say. First, we talked to the Herentials head coach that Celestino Paul Benza nicknamed Uncle, and then later Masimba Dinero, the member in charge. But take a listen first to what Uncle had to say. Well, a bit of technical hitch there. We will be going back to hear what Uncle Paul Celestino Paul Benza had to say. If you didn't know, he's the younger brother of team director Innocent Benza. And then after our crew then talked to the member in charge, Masimba Dinero, who is now the head coach at Kwekwe United. As soon as we do that, we manage to link them up. Right. Before we can do that, let's have a look again at the state of that pitch. Yes, we will just have to keep on saying it because, listen, this pitch officially opened, if you didn't know, back in 1972. That's when it was officially opened through Faro Stadium, and it has taken, it has been graced by plenty of glorious players, some of whom are late, but great players indeed. And now it's not looking like that great pitch that it was, at least the surface. And also the stands, the city of Harare know that they've still got to do a lot of improvement on that pitch. But Coach Bex, then I'm just, as we take, it's not a big crowd like we saw yesterday. Yesterday, yes, it was a big crowd, the Dynamos fans returning, and I'm sure they will follow their team to Kwekwe when they take on Kwekwe United for the next game at Tubata Stadium in Gweru, but the pitch looking almost empty there for this match, which is looks like an intriguing match for both sides.
Yes, they seem not to have fans, especially Kwekwe United. We know they don't have many fans, and also Herentials, they don't have many fans, and we are not surprised that the stadium is almost empty. But it's really disappointing because I think as PSL and clubs, they need to be trying to make sure that they work as hard as they can to bring as many fans as possible, because the fans themselves, they contribute to the welfare of the team.
Mm-hmm. Right, so the Gold Boys in yellow, the students in pink and white, gearing themselves up for what looks like an intriguing match. So what we are going to do, we're going to go across to Rufaro Stadium and join our team there for the commentary. We'll be talking to you at halftime.
And then we've got Kwekwe United, who have got quite a number of useful youngsters. And one of them is Lennox Chibi. But before we start, let's pause for the national anthem. That, of course, was the Zimbabwe national anthem. As you see, Kwekwe United in yellow going across to meet Herentials in pink tops and white bottoms. As the referees of the day await the start of this particular encounter. It promises to be quite a good match here because they don't know each other, these two teams. Despite it being the second part of the season. As the toss is now being conducted there with Muzenda as one of the players. Admire Chirara, Pride Benura in charge, assisted by Admire Chirara, Pearson Zoko Onera. And we've got Grace in this Grace Gimo as the fourth match official. That's the lady you see there. And very soon we'll be getting started as the two teams are now posing for group pictures, starting with the students, Herentials. And that's the team away to your left in the stadium. This is how they line up. Tariq Ngwenya is one of the substitutes. Tinashe Mpuma, Majarira Brighton. Never mind Antonio Mukambi, Godfrey, John Joao and others. Lot Chunga, surprisingly, on the bench. He started last time out. Mahembe Prince is a typical character that needs to be taken care of. And they are playing, that's a 4-4-1 formation. And they hope that the lone striker will be able to get immediate support once he gets possession. That is Innocent Benza. That's a view from the top. And Townsend Chapwanya in goal is one of the new players. Proud Gorekore is another. And I was talking about one of the emerging stars, Lennox Chibi, just number 28. And then we've got just number 86, Orlando Zawarevi is another newcomer. There's Gorekore, who will be operating as the right back. Chibi and Kativu are the center backs, with Mzenda on the left. Ntimba Nyoka, the last man to score the goal that they achieved the last time out, is a part of the team this afternoon. as the players exchange some pleasantries and wishing each other the best of luck. Maybe for Herentials, they'll say we are a big team with 35 points on the log. It looks like all they need is 6 points and they'll be somewhere up there with the best. As for Kwekwe United, the bestman team, events didn't go their way yesterday. Dynamos immediately above them, winning here against Moors. And triangle and managed to choke up a draw, but of course Manica Diamonds winning over Kariba, ZPC Kariba. There is Tariq Ngwenya, the Herentials goalkeeper. Is a new fellow. Let's see how he acquaints himself on the pitch today. And Innocent Benza, IB9, ready to get us underway here at Rufaro Stadium. Kwekwe United on the right in yellow, defending the Mbare end and attacking the City end that's being defended by Herentials. And there you saw there briefly the captain, that is Tino Benza, as the ball gets underway, and this one is immediately kicked out of play. Of course, both teams would like to first settle down and take up their preordained positions before allowing the game to continue. So it's a goal kick to be taken by Thousand Chapanya. That's another ball played into touch. Ralph Kaundera, the much-traveled player, he's been all over the place. I remember him at Triangle, also played for Dynamos. Still around and doing quite well. The students preferring him in midfield. Here's a tussle, and the ball kicked out of play as it looks like Kwekwe United would like to set the house on fire at the onset. Celestino Benza, the Herentials boss, watching very closely. And be reminded, the students' team is more like a family affair. As they come through now with Tino Benza. He goes down under challenge. And IB9 takes a shot.
Our apologies there for the loss in transmission. We will be going back to Rufaro Stadium once we have sorted everything out. As you saw there, Herentials and Kwekwe United 0-0. Just the early minutes as Tino Benza fell down under a challenge. He was bearing down on goal. And he will be the man who will be expected to lead from the front as the captain, of course, playing alongside his dad. And I think that's the only, it's only in this country that a top flight team has a dad and a son playing in the first team. Do you know of any other combination like that, Coach Bex? I don't. Anywhere in the world.
Dad and son, I haven't heard about it. I think this is the first one, and the history has been made by
and younger brother is coach as well.
Younger brother is coach as well. In the women team, the Benz as well.
That's right. So,
they've invested a lot in football, and the fruits of investing are seen by having two father and son playing at top flight.
Right. We'll see how they handle this one. It's our pictures and transmission is back at Rufaro.
Simba Bora. He went on to score again against Moors last week. In fact, he scored the leading goal, the opener in that particular game when they drew 1-1 with Moors.
Referee says, let's go, Pride Benura. The free kick to be taken. IB9 is interested, but I can see him trotting away as the kick is taken. Not a very good one, cleared away by Kwekwe United. This one headed down and allowed over the byline for a goal kick. Tinashe Mpuma operating on the right-hand side of defense for Herentials. It's Kwekwe United fasten on to possession. And this one easily taken away, but I think Mpuma committed an offense, so he has to leave the ball behind for Kwekwe United, which is going to be taken up by Tafazwa Mzenda. And even Grace Gimo is getting involved to make sure the kick is taken from the correct position. Just 5 minutes gone. This is a long ball into the area, headed away but not quite, and finally out of danger. And it's come to AB9. Takes it away, but it's picked up once again. That was Takuzwa Chimoa. Gift to Umbro Mzadzi, former Zimbabwe international goalkeeper. Had a long career with Dynamos, Darin T. Now one of the coaches at Kwekwe United. 3 former greats that we spotted today. Eric Chipeta is one of them, and Masimba Dinero is the man in charge.
Yeah, we have an unpleasant signal, Stanley, that is coming from the team that has been working on Tino Benza. They have indicated that Tino Benza won't be continuing with this game, which I think takes away something from this game, because Tino Benza is not just a player, he's an influential player who can give you goals. And I think Tino Benza's day is done, unfortunately.
Mpuma under pressure to clear. It's very unfortunate that Tino Benza, the leading light, or he provides the cutting edge, is having to be substituted, and Joao comes on in his place, and hopefully he'll be able to do what Tino Benza meant to do this particular afternoon. This one tussle once again taken by IB9, but this one cleared away. Chibi Lennox. This is the young 18-year-old that I said you need to keep a good eye on. Very good when it comes to men marking. He clears his lines almost immediately. Very energetic, and I spoke to him and I said, look, the action that you show on the field of play belies the young age that you are. Born in 2007, but my word, he plays like a veteran. Oh, that was a good effort. Just over the bar. He was under a lot of pressure, but he did extremely well. That's Joao, the substitute, who came on. He nearly paid the faith of the coach with a goal there, but unfortunately the pressure was just too much for him.
It would have been a very pleasant introduction of himself here onto this game, to say you are replacing lethal Tino Benza and you are coming in with equal measure and with equal prolificness, and then he fluffed his chances there.
Here they are once again. Long ball on the far side. Kwekwe United fighting for their Premier League lives here. The question is, can they do it? That's a massive clearance. Away by Herentials. IB9 guides it backwards. And everyone is cheering every move that he makes. 2 very important, or 3 actually, important passes that he has made. A lovely ball inside the area. The shot comes in. And this one curled in the wrong direction. It should have been a lot better. Prince Mahembe, a usually reliable player, but on this occasion, His effort was weak and wide. Still goalless as you join us here to Faro Stadium. Herentials, the students, taking on Kwekwe United. Kwekwe failed to turn up in the first match between these two teams in Kwekwe. And the Herentials were given the points on a silver platter. Here they come once again, but good defensive work from Kwekwe. This is going to be a goal kick. 1,000 Chapwanya. Taking as much time as possible. I'm sure he knows that, look, if we play the ball back too quickly, Herentials are in the mood. They're playing with their tails up. They are not in danger of relegation. They would like to achieve something better by reaching the top 4, so said their coach, Celestino Benza. But will he achieve it? That's the big question. This one got it all the way to Tariq. Tariq Ngwenya slips it through but loses possession. Here comes the basement side now. And tightly monitored. It's out of play for a throw-in. That's one blasted into the area. Danger here, but it bounces awkwardly. And in the end, a chance for Kwekwe. And away it goes, out of play. That was some time of danger. Herentials were very uncomfortable as we see Tino Benza there, limping heavily.
Yeah, that's a difficult situation to be in for Tino Benza. You come into this game hoping to play your part and be part of the story, and you are taken off the field in less than 10 minutes. In fact, the injury happened in the second minute.
Exactly.
And then, of course, the protocols happened thereafter for about 4 or 5 minutes thereafter. But look, he only played 2 minutes of this game. 1.5 minutes to be precise.
Very, very unfortunate. Here they come once again, the students. They can't get it past the intended man. Brian Kativu standing firm. One of the center backs playing alongside Lennox Chibi. That's Gift Umbromzadzi. Good turn now. Kaundera given the captain's armband. Ball is picked up as it is guided back to Kaundera. Sliding tackle, reading well. As Kwekwe United are trying to push forward with Mtimbanyoka. Action on the far side. Can they do something special here? The cross comes in. And this one goes over for a goal kick. Looks like Kwekwe United not here for a Sunday afternoon stroll. As we take a look at that cross. Sailed into the area, but the header went wide. No problem for the goalkeeper, Tariq Ngwenya, except of course a few anxious moments. Kaundera. IB9 of the intended target was brought down. He's beginning to settle down now into a lot of interplay in the middle of the park. That's Innocent Benza. And there for your own information, he's actually a member of parliament for Mutasa. I stand to be corrected, but I think I'm right. I'll verify that for you. But definitely he is an honorable member of parliament. We are probably the only country in the world whereby we've got an MP playing in your top premiership, Joe.
Yes, yeah. I haven't heard of any honorable MP for any country, from any country, or Tino Benza there in deep pain. So somehow something happened to his knee. They maybe dislocated the knee when he crossed paths with the Kwekwe United defender. Yeah, very unpleasant moment for Tino Benza. Yeah, I think we're the only country in the world of football where an honorable member or a sitting member of parliament is involved actively in a game of football.
Here they come now, Herentials, trying to find their way through, but he was pushed off the ball, and it's very surprising. That was a clear foul, but the players complaining bitterly to the referee, and yet he knows very well that he has committed an offense on Tanaka Chidoba. Kwekwe. It is picked up now in the middle of the park as Emmanuel Timbanyoka blows it forward. And this one chested down well. Here it comes to Ralph Kondera. And the ball goes out of play. I was talking about Innocent Benza being a member of parliament. Yes, it's true. I got it right. He's a member of parliament for Mutasa, for ZANU-PF. Here's a long cross into the area, cleared away by Chibi. This one on the far side, and the Kwekwe player went down under challenge, and it's going to be a free kick to Kwekwe United, and the Giftum Judge is still pacing up and down the technical area like a caged animal. Ball played backwards into the center, but they've given away possession. IB9 with a simple flick. As they guide it backwards. Long crossfield ball taken down well, and this one comes on the right hand side. Mumpoma cleared away and easily taken back to the goalkeeper, who can clear now. Herentials beginning to turn the screw. Kondera in charge of many of those runs. Good run, and that header well timed. Joao, unfortunate, it went wide, but the timing was perfect. He nearly caught the goalkeeper off guard, but the accuracy was missing. Let's take a second look.
It was a good cross that was sending from the right channel. Yeah, he had contact with the ball, but it was just off target. But otherwise, yeah, he did himself a world of good by running into space and meeting the ball. And with that technique and approach, you actually have good contact of the ball, and you give it pace as you direct it towards goal. Although unfortunately in that incident it was off target.
Long one played once again for Herentials. Tawanda Chisi. It's cleared away by the big Majarira. Still on the far side. Kwekwe United fighting and fighting. This one played into touch, and the crowd still looking very expectant. No goals here to celebrate. And I'm sure they are busy reorganizing the team, as is the case with all supporters. Their team doesn't lose. They always have the correct players in their own positions.
The
kick by
unofficial
Kwekwe. Yes, the unofficial one. Back to Kwekwe once again. Picked up. This is Chivi. Brings in a good looking cross, but it's taken away. A slip, but finally quickly recovers, and that is going to be played upfield. Shelton Sibanda nearly costing the team with his slip. Majarira plays it through for Innocent Benza. And this one goes out of play under the watch of Kwekwe, proud Kwekwe. One of the new players. He's actually on loan from Ngezi Platinum. Here's a chance for Kwekwe United. For Kwekwe United, the cross will come into the area. Good catch by Tariq Ngwenya. And a long throw. Joao does well. Sangare. Back again to Joao. Turns away from his marker. Sangare still drifting forward, lays it through. Sangare getting the return pass. The ball will come on the edge of the area. This is a chance here. What a save by the goalkeeper. Brilliant save indeed. Wow. Thousand Chapwanya.
And interestingly, he's a former Herentials player, so he's denying his former paymasters the joy early in the first half. What a brilliant save there! He did very well. The header was equally good, yes, agreed. And he went down to his right-hand side and parrying the ball away for a corner. Brilliant save from Thousand Chapwanya, who's actually playing his first game. It's his debut.
Yes, he's
for Kwekwe United.
One of the three players who are playing for the first time today, as Mpuma prepares to take the corner from the far side. But Chapwanya covered himself in glory a few moments ago with that fantastic save. Here comes the corner. It's a high one. It's there, finally. Herentials have broken the deadlock. This is Joao. He has been threatening and finally he finds the mark.
Yes, Joao, after coming in the 60th minute and now scores in the 20th minute. So he only needed 14 minutes of play to get his first goal. So good goal, good header, free header for that matter, into an empty net.
That is the cross. He jumped very well and managed to plant the ball into the back of the net. The goalkeeper couldn't do much. He justified his substitution. There he is, saluting the coach and the fans. It's celebration time on the Herentials bench. Celestino Benza still looking unmoved, but I can tell you inside him, he's having some backflips and somersaults of celebrations. That's a poor effort. Confirmation of the scoreline. John Joao scoring after 19 minutes. Good touch by Kaundera. Lovely stuff coming in now from Herentials. Stopped in the process. Kwekwe are not giving up. They're not going to give this away on a silver platter. Ball picked up. And in the end, a Kwekwe player is hacked down, so that could be cause for concern. And Masimba Dinero, we normally call him the member in charge, is not happy with that particular tackle. It's 1-0 here at Rufaro Stadium. Herentials over Kwekwe. And the students, of course, have come into voice now, singing their victory songs. This is a wasted effort. Tariq Ngwenya ready to dispatch the kick downfield.
And other games that are going on across the country, Stanley. We have Bigita Minerals who are hosting Capes United out at Gibo Stadium. And at Mbulawayo, Etema Gumeni, Highlanders are hosting Ngezi Platinum Stars. So we'll be keeping you updated on those scorelines as we go, as we get them.
Innocent Benza with a lovely pass. This one comes back again, but Kwekwe United have managed to defend. It's picked up in the middle of the park. Kwekwe fighting and fighting. And it comes back again to Clive Mshori. And finally taken away, and the referee intervenes to say that there was an infringement on a Kwekwe player. I can see Mzenda just helping the player concerned upfield. That's his Mshori Clive. That's the incident. That was late. Long ball forward by Tafazwa Mzenda. And it goes all the way out for a goal kick into the 24th minute. This man must be happy with what he's seeing. He's leading by 1-0. That is the students' coach, Celestino Benza.
Hey, I'm wondering, Stanley, the way Herentials players took to have that ball taken back onto play is too long. Yeah, and you wonder, you are leading 1-0 and you've only played a quarter, maybe just less than a third of the game, and you're already wasting time and taking your time to take a goal kick. Yeah, well, doesn't speak well of a team that is in urgent mode trying to win a game.
Oh yeah, indeed. You can't start winding down the clock at this stage. It's only half, still in the first half. And you've got to inject a bit of urgency into your game here. Innocent Benza to take this one. Flex it forward into the area, but cleared away by Kwekwe United. Some lovely skills there. Here is Lenos Chivi. To the near side, played into the center. Mushori took some time to get back into position. Here is Mpuma. Getting past his marker. Joao. And a desperate clearance by Gorekore. Over the line for a corner kick. Innocent Benza causing some anxious moments for the opponents here with his unorthodox passes.
Yeah.
Dangerous toe pokes. Throwing everyone off guard, Joe.
He's been given an exciting role. He's actually heavily involved in the play here. Yeah, it's like maybe he's in the House of Parliament. Innocent Benza, IB9, enjoying his afternoon here this afternoon against Kwekwe United. Yeah, which is also bring another question, Stanley, to say people have always underrated Innocent Benza. To say with his age, how come he's still playing? But then the question would be, what is happening with his opponents? What are the Herentials opponents doing to punish them if we are to discredit Innocent Benza?
You can't talk of discrediting him because they're actually worried whenever he has got possession. And this particular raid is all because of what he did. Here they come once again. Mahembe picked up and Joao, his cross was blocked. It's a throw in, which will be taken once again by Ralph Kaundera, the captain. But I can see he's leaving it for Mpuma, who is playing as a right back. And for the benefit of those visually impaired, 0-0 between Bigita Minerals and Caps United. Ngesi Platinum have taken the lead over Highlanders as the game continues here. It's 1-0 in favor of Herentials. Joao, the substitute, the man who came on after only 10 minutes, scored for the students. Two Herentials players are down. One of them is Ralph Kaundera in the center circle, and Joao, the goal scorer. It could prove to be a very costly day for the students because they've already lost their captain in Tinotenda Benza. And at the moment, Kaundera is struggling in the center circle, who is now the captain. And the referee is up and down trying to take care of the situation. Looks like Kaundera would like to shake it off. It's a drop ball by the referee for Tariq Ngwenya to take. There's a token challenge on Tariq Ngwenya. Well, like we said, the Herentials have already started with those delaying tactics as the ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Thousand Chapkanya, who after a fantastic save that resulted in a corner. That corner kick ended up in the back of the net as danger is here for the students. Ralph Kaundera trying to find his goalkeeper. He was rescued by his defender, so that will be another situation there for Herentials. Throw in it is. It's taken short. Comes back to Mzenda. His cross doesn't get very far. Puma takes it away. Massive clearance from Majarira. Joao. Benza leaves it. Mzenda controls it. Flicks it forward. Nobody home for Kwekwe United. And the player consent has gone down. That's Kore straying into attacking positions.
Yeah, it was
Sandwich
there. Yeah,
sandwich there. It's actually jersey 86 Orlando Zawarevi. But one player has stayed down once again. It looks like it's Ralph Kaundera. He's the one that I don't see up and about. No, Kaundera is up and about.
Mpuma.
It's Mpuma.
Yeah, Mpuma was down.
Yeah.
It's his outstretched leg that actually tripped the Kwekwe United player, and in the process he came out the worst. Yeah, very unfortunate.
I hope that again it's not serious. Confirmation of the scoreline and goal scorer.
And across the country, Stanley, we hear the Bikita Minerals Cape United game has been delayed. It was delayed for about 12 minutes. And the explanation given is that there was no ambulance on site at the stadium. And for me, a point of bother is it's not the first time that we have heard this update from Gibbo Stadium that the ambulance would have delayed to come to be deployed at the stadium. The previous explanation given was that there's maybe one ambulance in town. It would have gone out on another emergency calls in the small sugar producing city in Triangle, and then that of course then affects other engagements that it must be deployed to. So Bikita Minerals Cape United game delayed because there was no ambulance on site.
Yeah, I think it's a food for thought for the powers that be at the PSL to make sure that the issue is sorted out, because it's quite risky for them to play without an ambulance. Anything can happen, and we need to make sure that the instances of injury and sicknesses will be dealt with almost immediately. Here's a chance now for Kore to curl this one home. Can he find the equalizer? It's a good looking position. He takes it through. It's there! Wow! Unbelievable. What a curler by the new player who is on loan from Gezi Platinum.
And it's his first game on his debut for the Kwekwe boys.
That's a good feeling. That's the best feeling for any player. Brilliant curling effort into the back of the net. 1-1 is the scoreline. Proud Kore.
You can't dispute that goal.
You can't.
There's no way you can dispute that goal. Well taken.
It's worth taking a second look.
Yes. Look at that.
Teeing
himself up. A beautiful curler with pace.
Oh, the goalkeeper tried to fly, but he couldn't get to the ball. It was well taken. Kwekwe United have found the equalizer.
And the Herentials goalkeeper is down. Maybe it's giving us an indication that that goal actually troubled him. Not only did he concede, but he picked up an injury in the process. Very unfortunate.
I think the way he flung himself to the right, he went so high, and when he came down, he must have landed awkwardly, resulting in that injury. And once again, we hope it's nothing serious.
Yes.
Injuries have been dogging Herentials in this match here. They've got nearly 4 players who are playing with injuries. They've already lost their captain, and the vice captain is actually walking gingerly because of an injury. So you have to feel for Herentials. Not to mention that there's also Joao, the goal scorer. He was down a few moments ago, and the goalkeeper is being attended to. Confirmation of the scoreline. Proud Gorekore after 32 minutes to make it 1-1. And they're already warming up their reserve goalkeeper Antonio. Never mind Antonio of Herentials.
Yeah, it would be unfortunate for Herentials to lose their second player in the first half due to injury. You know, these are substitutions you don't want to make as a coach. You would have come out into a game with your strategy, with your game plan, and hoping that all your men will stay fit and on the field of play. But then, well, we see there he's back on his feet. Yeah, looking good to continue. Yeah, which is a good sight for Coach Celestino Benza and the Herentials family.
Yes, indeed. Tariq Ngwenya is up and about and can continue with this game here. 1-1 as we restart. That's a long effort. The header away. Benza has got a touch. This one comes to Mpuma. And another Kwekwe player has gone down injured. He's holding his face, Clive Mshori. But the referee is helping him to his feet so that the game can continue. It's a stalemate here at the ceremonial home of Zimbabwean football, Rufaro Stadium. Brian Gativu stands behind it. Clips it long into enemy zone, headed away by Majarira. Again, Gorekore was involved. This time they take it down. A chance on the far side, some good running that we're seeing from some of the youngsters. And this one is gone out of play, throw in. That is Mukambi, the former Dimbare player, now turning out for Herentials. Tika's tough defender on his day. Here they come now. Kwekwe United, the cross looks good on the far side. An early cross inside the area. Poor touch. Still they're trying to work out something here. I think they've taken too long. Gorekore tries another one. And no problem here for the goalkeeper, Tariq Ngwenya, who is going to take a goal kick. Mpuma. And Joao just allowed the ball out, and it's going to be a throw in to Herentials. To be taken by Mpuma. Mpuma on his day can be quite a useful right back. Taking those crosses. Flick by Benza. It's taken away. Comes back to Mshori. Good movement from Kwekwe United. The cross overcooked.
After doing some good work on the run, on the right channel there, and then you send a disappointing cross, then you wonder, you know, all that good effort now gone to waste. He sent a better delivery, you know, you would have come out stars and shining out of that move.
Well, I think Masimba Dinero, Gwiftum Zazi, and Eric Chipeta, as former players, they will have a lot to say to their players at halftime. Mahembe picks up possession now. Again fails to get past his marker, but the ref says he was impeded. So that will be a free kick right on the halfway line. Mahembe once again failing to control the ball here, but it's taken away by Herentials. And here is Mpuma, who plays a long ball into the area. Lennox Chibi finds Gorekore. But again it comes to Mukiwa. Kiwa once again. The cross is overcooked and it goes out. For a goal kick to Kwekwe. But the Kwekwe goalkeeper out of your picture is down as these fans are discussing the issue.
Yeah, too many stoppages, Stanley, this first half due to injury.
Yeah. This is what happened. But there was nothing.
Yeah, no contact.
No contact at all.
Maybe hamstring.
He goes down.
Yeah, he must be in some spot of bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he was playing through pain.
They must be picking up some updates on the internet to see what's happening elsewhere. Well, the last we heard it was 0-0, Caps United, Bikita. Highlanders were down by 1-0. They're not going so well for Chilamoya. They played in Harare at Rufaro Stadium on successive weekends. And if the truth be told, I was very impressed with how they played. It's a question of them not scoring the goals.
Yes.
They lost against Scotland after missing a penalty. But I must say that the youngsters at Highlanders are doing a fantastic job. And here's a chance now for Herentials. Ball played on the far side. I think it's taken too long. The cross finally comes in. And again, he was in the wrong place. That was Joao. Poor cross. It's cleared away. It comes back again. Bit of a ding-dong affair. And the Rentals are now racing away with Chisi Tawanda, who picks it up on the near side, drives across but fails. Mupuma finally takes over. And Mzenda keeping the ball under control and failing to keep it in play. Did he? Oh, yes, he did. It continues as they play it once again. Tightly monitored. The return pass played through. Some good running coming in from the defender Majarira. And finally plays the ball into touch. And this will be a throw in to Kwekwe United. We're also in a hurry to get this game going. Mshori plays a short one. He gets the return pass. Good block. And not a very good decision to chest this one. Poorly done. Kaundera takes over. Kore plays it to the far side. Another cross will come in. Again, it's not particularly measured, and this one rolls out of play for a goal kick. A bit too high and too deep. Nobody home at that time. Umbrom Zadzi with a few words for his players with about 3 minutes to the Oranges plus stoppage time. We'll get to know from Grace Gimo on how much time is going to be played. Chiwi fails to clear on that occasion. Mahembe brings in a good looking cross. Oh yes! Second goal for Herentials. It's proving to be a good day at the office for Celestino Benza. Kundai Sangare has got the ball in the back of the net. Kept his line very well. Here's Mahembe. The cross came through. And the deflection deceived Gorekore. And Sangare took full advantage to make it 2-1.
Yeah, I think Kativu made a meal of it. The way he miscued that cross as it was sent in from the right flank. I think had he cleared that ball, or had he had a good contact of that ball, he would have saved Kwekwe United from conceding a second goal. But his miscue actually gave an opportunity for Herentials to find their second goal through Sangare Kundai.
Here's a chance now once again for Brian Katifu to clear. His touch resulted in taking the pace from the ball and deceiving the goalkeeper. And the advantage fell to Sangare to make it 2-1.
Another stoppage.
Tariq Ngwenya is down once again. Now this was happening yesterday, and I'm beginning to think that we're probably wrong to assume that because Dynamos were leading and they were pulling the wool, trying to wind down the clock. But it's happening here this afternoon. Both teams, they're having their goalkeepers down, players are just going down. Could it be the form of training or what it is?
Yeah, for me that then raises a number of questions in terms of our fitness levels or the training regimes that our players are exposed to. For some of the stoppages that we are seeing here, you can see an off-the-ball player, an off-the-ball incident where a player just goes down and you can hardly find an explanation of how they felt the injury. So maybe, sports science may need to come in and advise us why we're having so many stoppages that are unexplainable or inexplicable. And like now, that's another stoppage on the goalkeeper. The same player, Tariq, going down. Yeah.
Especially when your team is playing with his tails up, you would expect the player to carry on. So definitely he is not feigning that injury. Something is wrong.
Yes.
And as you quite rightly say, we need to have the scientists on board so that they can tell us what exactly is happening. And there were some of the medics that we are talking about. Anyasha Banga as the team doctor for Herentials to find out exactly why are we having so many injuries. Finally, the game gets started once again. Good chest down. Mahembe is taken away by Kwekwe United. That was Brian Katifu drifting upfield to try and help out his co-defenders. Good touch. Tussle for possession. Benza. If there's one thing he doesn't like, is going into these 50-50 challenges. He would rather lose the ball and allow you to go, but whenever he gets it, a push by Brian Katifu. It's 2-1. We're playing 3 minutes. The two have been played already. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Innocent Benza was about to take it, but young Melvin Mkiwa. That's a difficult one. Joao just missed it, but it's these kind of, balls being played into the box that worry opponents. You never know. You cannot tell where he's going to put it. Ralph Kaundera. Katifu goes down with a head injury, and immediately Proud Benura stops play to allow Katifu to be attended to.
And that should aid up. Oh, he's actually nose bleeding. Yeah, it's an unpleasant sight.
Very.
See. Yeah. So that should add to more minutes of stoppage time in the first half.
Exactly. We may need more than 3 minutes, 4 or even 5.
Interestingly, the Kwekwe United bench is manned by 2 former Dynamo sons. Former goalkeeper and international goalkeeper for that matter, Gift Umbromzadzi, and Masimba Dinero, the officer in charge, who used to marshal that Dynamo's midfield with aplomb during his day.
Oh yes, Masimba Dinero soccer star in 1989, if my memory still serves me right. And the referee has just added 1 minute to play 4 minutes of stoppage time. 2-1. Herentials in the lead going into halftime, and surely Dinero will have a lot to say to his team at halftime. But for Celestino Benza, I'm sure he will have a few glowing words for the way they've gone about their business. We'll see what happens in the next 45 minutes. But first, let's hear the thoughts of Joe for the first 45.
Yes, I think it's a game that has gone according to script. Kwekwe United hadn't won a game in their last 5 games, notching up only a draw as the best result and losing the other 4. And of course, the Herentials themselves coming in as favourites into this game and living according to the expectations, scoring 2 goals in the first half and going into the halftime break with a 2-1 lead. And I think even Kwekwe United, it's also interesting that they fielded 3 players who made their debut today in goalkeeper Tausen Chapwanya, Proud Gorekore, who came in with a beautiful free kick goal, as well as Orlando Zavarevi. So a brilliant afternoon for Kwekwe United. They haven't really been disappointing. You can't say they are disappointing or they are not playing very well. Good game. Balanced first 45 minutes. Well, let's wait and see what the second 45 minutes brings us.
Oh yes, we'll have to wait for the second 45 minutes. But in the meantime, let's cross back to the studio where our team is there with halftime analysis.
Halftime then from Mbiles, from Rufaro Stadium, Herentials 2, Kwekwe United 1. But yes, you will agree that the visitors are fighting tooth and nail. They did come back with that brilliant equalizer after, of course, gunslinger that's John Joao had found the opening for Herentials. And then Kundai Sangare just 3 minutes before the break, making it 2-1 for Herentials. I can tell you that elsewhere at Emagumeni, at Barberfields, not looking good for Yiboso supporters because they are down by 1-0 to Madamburo Gezi Platinum. At Gibo, in a match that started about 12 minutes later, it's Bikita Minerals, the Lithium Boys, nil. Kepe Bora, the Green Machine, Caps United, nil. Still here in the studio with me is Coach Bex, Bekim Pilonyoni. Your assessment of the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, for Herentials, I think they came in as favourites, and as we go to halftime, they are leading 2-1. So far, they've done very well, especially in midfield where we have Ralph Kaondera. He has been really driving the team, and they've done very well. But as for Kwekwe United, as much as they are anchoring the log, it doesn't mean that they are not out to be fighting. They have been really fighting, and I think the goal which was scored by Proud Gorekore was really a brilliant free kick, and that free kick, I think someone has to take a lot of time to practice that shot like that. And also, we are told he's a product of the Ngezi development team who are playing Division 1 at the moment. And when I was investigating about the development at Ngezi, I think it has been so successful that in the Ngezi senior team, there are 7 boys who came from the development. This window, they managed to send 6 players out on loan to different Premier League teams. That on its own, I think, it really shows that something is happening at Ngezi, something good is happening at Ngezi, which needs to keep on being encouraged and encouraged to other teams as well.
Yeah, sure. A good development project there, led by Deco. As we see the first goal, gunslinger, they call him, and he did pull the trigger. John Joao, after that corner kick that came from
that was
Mopoma.
That was really poor by the goalkeeper. He should have just gone in and punched the ball away, but he just went in and couldn't get the ball. And from the far you could see it has passed the defenders, the goalkeeper as well, and John Joao was waiting. What a good goal from Joao.
That's right. And then, of course, gunslinger here, just being congratulated by his teammates. And ironically, the goalkeeper, Townsend Chapkanya, had pulled off a brilliant save. But then this equalizer here from the Gold Boys, Proud Gore Kore, marking his debut with a brilliant equalizer. It curled beyond the reach of Tariq Ngwenya, who has just been signed to take the place of the Herentials' #1 goalkeeper who is out injured, Tino Tenda Takarinda, and Tariq Ngwenya finding no solution to that one from Proud Gore Kore. And of course, then Herentials would follow up with the second goal. There's just some amazing statistics that I will be talking to you about as soon as that we watch that goal, the second one from Herentials. It's about free kicks as we watch the second goal by Herentials. Again, a deflection, and then Takunda Sangare saying thank you and pushing it home to make it 2-1 as he heads for the celebration zone. A sweet goal by the defender. He really loved that one, didn't he? Takunda Sangare, because it had been floated from the right and it caught a deflection. Brian Kativu miscued that as a deflection, and then Takunda Sangare said thank you. I was just saying that we've had so many statistics, some amazing statistics regarding free kicks. But before we talk about that, just want to talk about age ain't nothing but a number. That's what, there's a famous saying that you will know. Age ain't nothing but a number. Just talking about how IB9, Innocent Benza, has been dominating the midfield there with his passes to his front runners and really troubling Kwekwe United. And we see more highlights here, and that one did fly over. But Becky, IB9 really troubling the Kwekwe defense and midfield there.
Yes, I think he knows where exactly to stand every time. And also, whenever he gets the ball, you are assured that he will produce an accurate pass, which will give problems to the defenders. I think those are his main contribution to the team. And the rest of the young boys, they really work for him. And as a result, it becomes very difficult to see the difference that there is an old man who is in the team. He's almost like a young man who is in that team, because he has managed to work with the team. They understand each other. They have got the chemistry with the team. And as a result, he has done well.
Oh yes, doing very, very well. That's IB9. I was just talking about statistics. You know, ever since the Premiership started back in 1993, or should I say 1992? It depends whether you want to say at the end of 92 or at the beginning of 1993. Ever since the Premiership started, we've never had so many free kicks scored in one season. Maybe just half of a season, because we've now got a total of, I was just doing the research there, I think 16 free kicks that have been scored. And we've got 4 players who have scored 2 free kicks each. That never used to happen, not in the same game, but in different games. And 2 are from ZPC Kariba, and 1 is from FC Platinum, actually 3. One is JJ Selemani Day. So they've come in 2 free kicks, although from different games. And we must applaud. Despite a lot of people saying, well, the standards are going down and so on. The young players of today are not as good as those of yesteryear. But I think some bit of history being made. 16 free kicks. The Premiership is really coming alive this season, Coach Bex.
Yes, the Premiership has really came alive, and when you see those free kicks, you can see the quality, the quality of training which comes from the coaches in trying to improve these players, and what they are showing shows that technically there is something which is being done by our coaches, and I think we need to applaud our coaches for all what has been the good things which have happened so far.
Oh yes, of course, it will take a time. I don't know, we might see it this season, where we're going to see a player scoring 2 free kicks in one game. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened since 2001. The last player to do that was Maxwell Marino Dube. You remember him, Marino, for Chapungu in 2000. He scored 2 free kicks against Dynamos. And before him, it had happened in 1984. Elvis Chuchu Chiwese, remember him? Yes, but he hadn't joined Dynamos then. He was playing for Eagles, a team called Eagles. He scored 2 free kicks against Dynamos before he joined them. And before that, there was a player called Leslie Kamuyoyo. Used to play for Rhinos, but before he joined Rhinos, was playing for BAT Ramblers, and he scored 2 free kicks in the same game in 1981 against Dynamos. I don't know. Those are some of the statistics that we like to share with you. But well done to the players of today, because they are managing to score those free kicks. And like what Coach Bex was saying, those free kicks really mean that they have really been training and brilliant. And we saw proud Gorekore, though the young man making his debut for the Gold Boys Kwekwe United, scoring that one. So can Kwekwe United come back in the second half against high-flying Herentials, who of course have lost their captain Tino Benza, but his replacement, gunslinger John Joao, doing very well, replacing him there. And as we see again, the free kick, he took it ever so eloquently, didn't he? Proud Gorekore. Of course, we had another brilliant, I've just been reminded, another brilliant free kick take of yesterday. Gweje, Francis Chantida. Yes, he used to bang them home for Shabani Mine and Dynamos, of course. He did score direct from a corner kick against Highlanders back in 1991. One of 8 players in Zimbabwe history who have scored direct from corner kicks. Francis Chandida, one of them. Of course, another one, Moses Chunga, Ronald Fumbidzai. The first one to do that, a man called Headley Layton, who used to play for Arcadia United back in 1972, scoring direct from a corner kick. And we've had a total of 8 players now who've scored direct from corner kicks. And it's good. It shows that we are not far behind from European soccer or something like that, doesn't it, Coach Bex? But nowadays we don't see our players scoring direct from corner kicks, do we?
We haven't seen that, and we are hoping that one day we'll see goals scored direct from the corner kick, because I think if they can take free kicks like that, even corner kicks, if they work on them, we can have one day that can also happen. But so far so good, especially when you look at the technical part which the coaches work on from the junior level up to senior level. That on its own shows there's something which is being done right.
Something being done right. So can the member in charge, nowadays they call them officer in charge. Then Masimba Dinero was member in charge, the head of a police station. But nowadays they don't call them member in charge anymore. It's officer in charge, right? So can he do something? He is the head coach at Kwekwe United. Let's see what he can do, if he can do anything in the second half. And Celestino Paul Benza riding high, his team leading by 2-1. But let's go back to Rufaro Stadium, Kumbiles, and rejoin the guys in the commentary box. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
We see the visiting team, Kwekwe United FC, warming up around the course, and we do hope that this is going to be an exhilarating and breathtaking second half. And this is 9 minutes, the last 45 minutes.
Welcome back to the second half. Herentials taking on Kwekwe United. The halftime score was 2-1 with Joao scoring the first one. Then, of course, the second goal coming from Sangare, Kundai Sangare. Kwekwe United will have to step up their act and make sure that that defense is tightened so that they don't allow the opponents to drift into dangerous positions unattended. Pride Benura is ready to get us underway. But just below your picture there, you should see that there's movement for Herentials. But Kwekwe United are taking out just number 3.
That's Muzenda. Tafaz
Gwamzenda comes off. And therefore Herentials, Dombo is set to join the fray. Let's see who comes off. And Chidoba is sacrificed. And today the Honorable is likely to play more than 45 minutes.
He normally gets taken off at the halftime break.
At halftime, but
yeah, I see he's taking up his position at the center circle. He's continuing with play.
Away we go. It's 2-1. Herentials in the lead. Chiwi clears the danger but gives away possession. Kwekwe United thwarted by Rauf Kaondera. Or drifting past one player, takes on a second, he still goes forward. Kaondera on his weaker foot. It's a poor effort. And it goes out of play for a goal kick, which will be taken by Kwekwe United. Surely Kaondera should have done a lot better by using his right boot, or at least slipping it into the other players that were inside the box.
Yeah, I thought he was going to send Ines across there, but he went for target. And with the trajectory of his run towards the corner flag, and trying to send in a shot at goal was going to be difficult.
Very difficult indeed. And Herentials come back once again. Dombo with his first touch, playing a long ball into the area, headed away by Kwekwe United. Chiwi heading it forward, finding support. Oh, this is Orlando Zarevi, but again he's impeded, so that will be a chance for Kwekwe United to take a free kick. Kore, but this time around it's too far to bother the goalkeeper Tariq. Confirmation of the substitutions as the kick is taken. This one is blocked. Headed in the wrong direction. Here they come once again now. A chance for Kwekwe United inside the area. Good idea to shoot. But in the end, cleared away, scrambled away, I must say, by Dombo. And here they come. Kwekwe United looking hungrier. Falls under challenge right on the edge of the post by Eric Dombo.
He fouled him too early.
A bit too early, you're quite right.
He did be about it. Half a second later, he would have fouled him in the box, leading to a penalty for Kwekwe United. Yeah.
But don't forget, they've got a good free kick taker.
Yeah, Proud.
In Proud Gore.
Yes, yeah.
He's up and about and ready to do the same thing. But it's a pity this time around it's from an angle, so they would need a left foot curler.
Yes. The referee brings someone to the touchline by the fourth official, Grace Jimo. Yeah, he's whispering something to the referee.
And that is Chimowa. Lying injured, jersey number 77, Takudzwa Chimowa. And he's actually in pain.
Yes. We've been bemoaning stoppages due to injuries, Stanley, from the first half. Seems the trend is continuing even into the second half. It was only 3 minutes into the second half with a player down, needing the medical team to come onto the pitch to attend to an injured player. Yeah, too many injuries for our liking.
Exactly the same scenario with the first half. Only 3 minutes, Tino Benza had to be sacrificed. It's not a bad idea if the PSL and company could go and talk to maybe our university, the University of Zimbabwe, so that they can carry out some research on what exactly is taking place. I'm not saying that players should not be injured, but then the stoppages in this particular match have been far too many. Kwekwe United warming up some of the players just in case. Here now they've got a draft excluder, 3-man wall with a draft excluder for Herentials. Here's a chance now, the ball played through. Oh, poorly done. He was looking for the near post. The idea was there, but unfortunately the execution was poor.
Yeah, he had the cheat code, just to place the ball on the near post when everyone else would expect either a cross, a flight towards the penalty spot, or a flight of the ball towards the far post. But, well, good idea, but poor execution.
The execution was missing. Here they come now with Kua, Melvin. Flicked through by Joao, scorer of the first goal. Good header way out of danger. Korekore has lost it. Chibi in attendance. Flicks it away. And in the end, they scrambled it. Not yet out of danger. And Korekore has managed to shield this one away from danger. So this will be a throw into Kwekwe United, who are losing here by 2-1. But of course, it's a long way to go to the 90. Another stoppage.
Yeah, another player down. Yeah, seems you have problems with his groin there. Chibi.
I know it's painful, but he will be all right. If only they can get some ice blocks. He got hit into the most sensitive part of a man's anatomy. Yeah, a bit of a shake and some ice blocks to numb him up. He will be fine. Young Lennox Chibi, the defense stalwart from Kwekwe United. He does put up very good performances week in, week out. They don't want to lose him at this stage here.
Yeah, indeed. He's one of the influential players at Kwekwe United. He's solid, steady, and with a steady head above his shoulders. He's one for the future. I think people should watch this boy closely. Chibi for Kwekwe United.
Yeah. And one thing that I didn't quite understand, I thought Chibi will be taken out and only rejoin play after the game is started, but the ref has allowed him to stay on after the injury. Here they are now with Sangare. This is the man who scored the second goal. Mahembe, tightly monitored. Sliding tackle brings down an opponent. Mapuma, the victim. So it's going to be a free kick. Herentials ready to dispatch that free kick as we take a look at the second. This time around, the kick will be taken. Mupuma, long one inside the area, straight to the goalkeeper, who clips it forward, trying to set up a run with his strikers. Katifu takes it away. Wisely headed into touch by Brighton Majarira. Here it comes once again to Mshori. But this one played all the way back to the goalkeeper, Tariq Ngwenya, who goes down and prevents Orlando Zavarevic from getting to it before coming up with a long clearance. Poor control. And it comes back to Eric Dombo. He's always a difficult customer when he comes on. Senior Benza takes it through. He comes back with another flick. It's dangerous. The cross comes in. Oh, body home from inside the area. So, they're quite happy with the flick so far. The Honorable Member of Parliament, IB9, we call him here in our football circles, as the long clearance comes in from Chapwanya 1000. Kwekwe United win possession. Mshori gets the return pass, lays it to the near side here, and in the end he's brought down. So Kaondera penalized, and this will be a free kick. Yeah. Even the grandmothers are here.
Yeah, good sight to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She feels safe to be here.
Multi-generational.
Which is a good plus for Zimbabwean football.
Lovely.
She knows that, it's going to be a game of football. We watch and then we go back home.
From another center in at Gibo Stadium where Bigita Minerals are tied 1-1. Bigita scored through Tadiwa Murasirana and Cape United equalized through Nyasha Chintuli. So they went to halftime at 1-1.
That's the story from Gibo Stadium here. It's still 2-1. Herentials in the lead. And the Kwekwe United narrowly missing the target on that occasion. As we take a second look. This was chipped towards goal with the goalkeeper diving desperately. Oh, that was tipped over.
Yeah, that's a good save.
Brilliant effort indeed by Tariq Ngwenya. Kwekwe are looking dangerous when it comes to set pieces.
Yeah, they are good with set pieces, yeah.
Here comes
And
the
there are
corner.
no pushovers, eh?
Exactly. The position there on the log to a certain extent belies their abilities. Mupuma for me is too close to the scene there. That set piece won't be taken freely. The referee has realized this. Pride Benura draws back Mpuma. Here comes the cross into the area. Nobody home. The shot comes in. It's off target. And the goalkeeper immediately goes down.
It's not looking good, you know.
Yeah, he's motionless. Let's take a look at the corner kick once again and possibly spot what happened to the goalkeeper. Yeah, there were too many people there, so much contact. Maybe he must have been hit in a soft spot. But I'm glad to say that he's up now, away out of the picture. There we see him lying on his back. So the medics are on the field of play to attend to Tariq Ngwenya.
Yeah, okay, he's getting some spray to his hip. Yeah, maybe yeah, he got a hit when maybe was going for that flighted ball. Yeah, he came out the west.
Yeah, these are some of the occupational hazards of a soccer player. You get hit in so many places. And I'm glad to say the goalkeeper is up, just trying to shake off the injury. Tariq Ngwenya, tough lad, is ready to carry on now with the game. 2-1, his team leads here, Herentials, and the goal kick will come. As for Kwekwe, they have to find something special to get an equalizer and possibly steal a third to see if they can get all 3 points. Otherwise, they are staring down the proverbial barrel of a gun, languishing in the murky waters of relegation. The clearance is long, cleared away by Gorekore. This one settles well for Zawarevi, who tries to bring in a cross but fails. And a silly challenge there. He's given away possession. That's Cedric Maruta. Drifted into the box and pulled down Mpuma. He's a victim of these illegal challenges, Mpuma. Celestino Benza seems to agree that every time he wins possession, he's being hit down. Tariq Ngwenya's long ball forward. Dombo heads it away. Neatly brought down on the near side here. And Dombo loses possession, but he gets a throw in. Umbro Mzazi, the Zimbabwe international who traveled with the Zimbabwe national team to Egypt in 2006. He surprised many people with his antics. After a save, he would throw the ball onto the crossbar and get it back. Yeah, one guy who was with us in commentary said that, look, this guy will give you a heart attack. That back header taken away by the goalkeeper. Wow. Good recovery. But the ref has spotted an infringement. It would not have counted, but Chapanya now 1,000 to take it. He plays it over the halfway line. Kwekwe trying to go forward. Strong Majarira stops them. Dombo has got possession. Another player is lying injured. Chiwi heads it back to his goalkeeper. And a long throw. Here they come now, Kwekwe United. Ball played on the far side. Clive Mushori, will he keep it in play? He does. It comes back now into the center, but again guided backwards. Looks like they've taken away the threat. Lovely work. They're not on the same page, and that ball has gone out of play.
I think that has been Kwekwe United's biggest undoing. Their decision-making and final ball in the final third of their play. If you look at it defensively, they look solid, they look tight, and when they transition into the midfield, you can also see what they're trying to do. You can see their fluid pattern of play. But when it comes to the key decision areas, in the prime target areas for Kwekwe United, that's where they need to work on more, so that they are more efficient, their passes are decisive, and they cause problems for their opponents. But not a bad side, as it were. Or maybe let me say, not a bad show this afternoon for Kwekwe United.
Yeah, I think they need to get some of these little things right, especially coordination up front, because that's where it matters most. If you can get goals, you've got a chance of winning a match. If you don't score, your chances are next to nothing. Throw in, quickly taken by Mkiwa. I think if I find out more about this young Mkiwa, who knows? He could be my relative. Ball played through now. Majarira does well. Dombo will pick it up. Finds Mkiwa. Back again to Dombo. As the ball is played through. Kwekwe United managing to scramble it away time and again. Good dummy there from Krista Wanda, who lays it wide on the far side. Mapuma runs into trouble. And again, he is impeded illegally. The referee has been in a very good mood. Not many cards. Have we seen any cards this afternoon?
I don't recall.
I don't remember recording anything.
Yeah, he's had a fair hand on this game. You know, he's allowed players to do their thing, let the game flow. Save for the, of course, for the unforeseen and unwelcome player down incidents that we have witnessed, which were far too many for our comfort. But otherwise, yeah, a good game by the referee so far.
Yeah, indeed, you can't fault Brian Benura. The kick is taken long. Headed down was good one, and the chance once again, that is there. Mahembe makes it 3-1. Jersey number 13 for Herentials, the students. They are celebrating with a bit of comfort now. There's a bit of daylight between them and their opponents. After 62 minutes, Mahembe has done it. Prince Mahembe.
Unmarked.
Oh, clearly unmarked.
Yeah.
The defenders went for the same ball and they left Mahembe unmarked and planted the ball into the back of the net. And the students in the stands are in full voice, enjoying themselves.
A good afternoon for them out in Rufaro under the sunny skies of Harare in this winter weather.
Oh yes. That's another header, aimless one. Goal kick to Herentials. Tariq Ngwenya will take it. It will take a bit of time. This is the goal, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way.
You can't fault him.
Townsend Chapanya had no chance with that one. Surely you can't fault him.
Yeah, you can't.
Because he was badly exposed. Upuma once again. Sangare. Lovely skill being shown by Sangare. Taken back once more by Herentials, who will guide it back to their goalkeeper, who sweeps it away. Drops once. Benza has got possession. Skips a challenge. And that one runs into touch. Throw in to the students. Benza Senior, IB9, is taken away by Kwekwe. Here they come once again, and sliding tackle from Tawanda. Tawanda Chisi plays the ball into touch. And that will be more than a throw, it's going to be a free kick. Long ball for Kwekwe, chested down there by Joao. Score of the first goal, Dombo. The second half substitute comes in to the picture. Kiwa into the stands to make sure it's safe. Again another clearance by Mkiwa. Kore, the one who scored the goal for Kwekwe United. And the ref has blown the whistle in favor of Kwekwe United, much to the chagrin of the Herentials supporters. And some movements. Musukutwa. Jealous Musukutwa is coming in for Cedric Maruta. I think it's fair for Cedric Maruta. He didn't have use his usual afternoon today, and the coaches have decided to make a change. Yes, Sangare now bringing the ball
Head injury.
quickly, a head injury,
Oh.
and once again play has to be stopped. The medics were busy today.
They earned their money.
They definitely earned their wages today. They've been up and down. Still trying to figure out who it is, because I thought for a moment it was Majarira, but Majarira is up and about. And as always, we always pray that the player concerned will be fine. I think he is fine. He's making his own movements, trying to get up, but of course he's in pain. It's the Vice Captain Ralph Kaundera. He's been heavily involved in the wars in the middle of the park, helping defense as well as the strikers. And, he picked up that head injury. Should be good enough to continue after some treatment. See, this is what I expected the ref to have done with Lennox Chiwi, because Ralph Kaundera is having to go off, as is the case.
Yes, yeah. As is the normal protocol.
Yes. That's the scoreline. John Joao, Prince Mayembe and Kundai Sangare, the goal scorers, after Proud Kore had equalized for Kwekwe United. Poor effort taken away. Dombo flicks it over. Picked up by Mayembe. Danger here, Mukiwa. And tightly monitored there by Lennox Chivi. The no-nonsense Kwekwe defender. It's a pity when you play for a small team, your skills are drowned into nothing. But if you look at him at an individual level, that's when you'll find that he's doing a good job. Kaundera, back to Dombo. Mkiwa, this one out of play. Throw into Herentials. Hotly disputed by the Kwekwe outfit, which is down here by 3-1. IB9 takes it through, finds Dombo. Clearance picked up in the middle of the park, Mishori. Trying to look for support. Tightly monitored the substitute, Jealous Masukutwa. All the way back. Musukutwa. Still play on the far side. Mpuma. The terrier in the middle of the park. And this time around he's penalized. A free kick to Kwekwe United. And some of the updates are coming through. 1-1 Caps United, Bigita Minerals. That's for the benefit of those visually challenged, and the cross finds no taker. Highlanders still trailing. Ngezi Platinum Stars at Babafield Stadium. This is match day 24 of the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League 2025. Kwekwe United. Kore heck down. Referee plays advantage. Here they come once again with Chimoa. But again scored by the captain, Ralph Kaundera. IB9 taken away quite easily. Chimoa. Bitsis Maka. Here they are now. With some Sukutwa. But again Sangare takes over. A bit of showmanship there coming from Joao. Herentials. Looks like some players are taking it for granted now. We could have a nervy finish here. There's the yellow card flashed. Dangerous play as we take another look at it. Right on the edge of the box.
Yeah,
Shelton's Banda kicked in the groin, and he's down now, needing treatment. Now with Kore interested in this particular instance, it could be a moment of bother there.
Yeah, he's part of the conversation. He's probably the one going to take it, because I see him, he's teeing off. A move there. He's having a brief meeting with Clive Mushori.
Referee says, let's go. Here comes Kore. Aiming for the passport, he did very well, and Kaundera watched it and managed to make a defensive header. Here's a good run coming from the far side. A counter attack here. Can you bring in the cross? It's broken loose. It's finally cleared. Wow. Oh, that was a good counter attack.
Yeah, good solo run. Yeah, down the right channel. And after having survived a proud Kore free kick, Herentials managed to spring a counter attack of their own. And of course, nothing came out of it. But it was actually a promising move right down the right channel.
Very promising, I must say. Another clearance with 18 minutes left of play to the 90. Townsend Chapanya to take it. Long ball forward. Eredon. Danger now. And Joao, desperate to impress. He didn't get enough of this one. Here they come once again. Shelton Sbanda with the ball, but heck down, free kick. Mkiwa, the offending player, lucky to get away without any further punishment from the referee. As we take a look at it. Another effort to be taken by Kore. Chips it into the center. Kaundera stands firm. Musukutwa. Chibi. Play on, says the referee. Mpuma goes down under challenge. Kwekwe United thought they were allowed to go ahead, but surprisingly the ref had second thoughts and blew the whistle. I don't think that was fair.
I thought it was a fair challenge. You know, I think Kwekwe United won the ball legally, and they were off on a counter. Look at the
Another look will tell you what
he tried
happened.
to hold the ball up. Well, I think
Just threw himself to the ground.
Yes. Yeah. And then Kwekwe United picked up the ball.
They continued to play.
Ball. Yes.
Yeah, the referee was fooled on that occasion. Sangare, the flick. Oh, a chance once more.
The whistle had gone up earlier. The far side assistant had flagged.
Yeah,
an
for offside.
Yes.
Chested down, poor control there. Sangare has been gliding through them in the middle of the park. Mahembe has been another tricky customer. This one is taken away. Into the center, back to Sangare. Flick from IB 9.
One for the fans.
Yeah.
When IB Benza gives you those trickery moves and then drawing a foul in the process, definitely it's a Kodak moment for Innocent Bender. Look at him there. He received the first ball. He tucked the ball behind him. And then, of course, he was fouled in the process. And he's appealing to the heavens to say, can you see what I've just done?
Oh, yes, he's having fun. His team is leading, and he continues to play. And today he decided to go on the full 90, and that effort is wasted. Mpuma knows that he should have done a lot better. The goal kick will come from 1000 Chapanya. Chapanya's effort over the halfway line into enemy zone. Mkiwa is fighting for the ball but can't get to it. Sangare slips it through, finds Mahembe. Kwekwe United pick up possession. Msukutwa, Mshori dummies it well, but Mkiwa is in the way. Plays that into touch. Throw in.
But you see something, Stanley, that the quality of the play that we have seen in the past 5, 10, 15 minutes has been scrappy. It hasn't been really fluid, sweet, flowing football from either side. You know, maybe too many stoppages, or players are desperate, or even Herentials are one gear down. It's not like we've been watching a good game of football in the last 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, indeed. I think Herentials have allowed themselves to shift 1 or 2 gears down.
Yes.
And allowing Kwekwe to start coming into the picture. Nobody home. That was a good save. Kwekwe United with more fighting spirit. Msukutwa past his marker, slips it through. They take it away with Sangare, Herentials. And that is a good tackle. Play on, says the referee. Good advantage play. Joao to the near side. And it comes to IB9. And beats his marker. Oh, lovely stuff from Benza. Innocent Benza. Justifying why he's part of the playing staff at Herentials here.
And one question, Stanley, after Innocent Benza having given us such Kodak moments, and then you have a young player in the mold of Kundai Sangare, spoiling the moment, diluting the fun, diluting the spectacle, then you ask yourself, what are the young boys doing? What are the young players doing when Innocent Benza can give us that and you fail to replicate it just a few seconds later?
It's unfortunate. I think Sangare was not paying close attention. That was a delicious back healer that could have been struck into the back of the net when IB9 came alive. Here is Dombo. Die B9 once again. Flicks it through. The chance here. But Katifu is the first to arrive. Ball cleared away by the goalkeeper. Chested down by Benza. And another effort again. Oh, what a cracker from Ralph Kaundera.
Had Ralph Kaundera scored that, it would have been assist from IB9.
And I would have voted for him to be the man of the match today. Look at that.
Sangare denying Benza an assist.
Maybe we should credit the goalkeeper for a fine save.
Yes, indeed. We can't take away.
Chaplanya.
Agreed.
And the students have come alive once again. They are now full of voice, singing the praises of their team. The corner still to come. Mpuma shapes to take it. It's taken short. Not a good one. Throw into Kwekwe. The opportunity is wasted. 10 minutes from the 90. And out of your picture, some movements on the Herentials bench. Oh, danger here now, Mahembe! It was an acute angle. This is Blessing Majarira. Brother to Brighton, he's set to come on. Let's see who goes out. So that Blessing Majarira and Wilton Chimbetu can come on for Herentials and join the fun. 3-1 they lead here. And I think it's quite safe to say that they are not in danger of losing this match at all.
Not at all. I think Herentials are cruising nicely. Well, they're just winding down the minutes, doing whatever they want. But otherwise, there's no threat coming from Kwekwe United for its second goal, let alone an equalizer.
Yes, indeed. And here they come again, Kwekwe United fighting with Zawarevi. And a foul on Mukiwa gives away possession. A free kick will come for Herentials, and they might take this opportunity to complete their substitutions.
Some fans they're seeing IB9 walking towards the touchline for a refreshment. So people thought he was being pulled out, and people are protesting if he were to be pulled out.
Well, I don't think he's being pulled out. Out comes Mahembe. And in comes Blessing Majarira. Mahembe calls it a day. And the other player to come out will be...
the protocols are still being administered.
I'm sure the board is not behaving, so the fourth match official, Grace Gimo, it's now Sangare, scorer of the first goal, calls it a day. And in comes Wilmo Chimbetu. The Chimbetus are well known for their musical excellence, and this one is possibly one of the few that are interested in football. He's the toughest stick defender, normally plays on the right or as a centre back. Wilmo Chimbetu takes his place on the right. Sangare has called it a day. This is a long clearance. Picked up now by Joao Benza. Back again to his captain. Good vision from Ralph Kaundera. Chimbetu set to pick this one up. Right on the far side. And the far side assistant referee has his flag up. I think the ball has drifted out of play. And Kwekwe United can now enjoy possession. Free kick. Quickly taken. Msukutwa. Good ball to the far side. Does he have the skill to take him one-on-one? No, he can't. Easily dispossessed there by Chris Tawanda. Tawanda Chisi rather. And free kick once again with 6.5 minutes to the 90 plus stoppage time, and Celestino Benza doesn't want these boys to take the foot off the gas yet. He wants them to keep the foot down hard on the pedal and force Kwekwe United to keep defending. Good chest down, but then doesn't find a taker. Kaondera has been very active indeed. Benza, lovely stuff. The cross comes inside the box, the header, and once again commotion inside the area. A chance here. Good play. Dombo's flick inside the area. Plays on the far side. Mbetu brings in a low cross, and it's blocked for a corner kick on the far side. My word. I've watched IB9 play so many times, but it looks like today could possibly be his best day.
Most probably.
His best day indeed. He has been so inventive, very tricky with his flicks.
He's enjoying himself.
He's enjoying himself. At 53,
yeah.
Still playing Premier League football.
At Baba Fields, the Stanley equalizer coming in for Boso through Reason Spanda. So it's now Highlanders 1, Ngezi Platinum 1. So Reason Spanda equalizing for Highlanders. It's now a stalemate. It's now 1-1 between Highlanders and Ngezi from Baba Fields Stadium.
Here the corner will come. Looks like Mukiwa is set to take it. It's a good looking one, punched away by the goalkeeper. Dombo heads it forward. Still commotion inside the area. And Msukutwa should clear the danger. Ball kept in play. Good effort. That's a massive cross into the area. Majarira must be careful. He's kept his cool. Not his colleague. And finally Chise clears the danger. He nearly created problems. And the Chivi is fouled, so that will be a free kick. Right in the center circle. Caps United seem to have fallen behind 2-1. According to the results we're receiving. Two players are lying down injured. An awkward fall by Mkiwa. And there's also Kaundera Ralph, who is up. Mkiwa gets up as well as we take a look at how it happened. Another substitution for Herentials, and it will be Godfrey Mukambi. Mukiwa to Benza. It's taken away. Play on, says the ref. As they go forward with them, Timbanyoka here, Kwekwe United. The cross will come. Nobody home for Kwekwe. Tariq Ngwenya collects it quite easily. Long effort into enemy zone, and he's headed it back to the goalkeeper by Gorekore. Kwekwe United, well, cannot be faulted for effort. They've tried, but they lack that fine touch. And some of their tackles have been very careless, losing possession unnecessarily. And finally, the Herentials captain, standing captain, Ralph Kaundera, calls it a day. And we'll have IB9 playing the full 90 minutes today. It's been full 90 minutes of excitement from the veteran footballer. Godfrey Mukambi takes over.
Who is not new to the Premier League football.
Yes,
Maraba he was called back then.
Had a stint with Dynamos. He's been up and about with a number of teams. One thing I noticed is that whenever Herentials are about to make a substitution, the fans were making it clear they don't want the professor to be substituted.
Yeah, they want more out of him.
Yeah. By the way, the honorable member is also a professor. Dombo plays it through. The return pass to Dombo. He keeps the ball in play. The cross comes in. It's a charge down in the box. Play will continue with Kwekwe in possession. Here they are now. The Mukambi takes away possession, but the ref spots an infringement. Here's a chance now for Kwekwe United. Mshori surely would have done better laying it to the far side.
Yeah, I agree with you, Stanley. There was
Poor
a better
vision.
running coming from the far side on the left channel.
Here's Chimbetu to Mukambi. Losing possession. Mshori wide on the far side. It's hacked down and there's a free kick. That is very close to the penalty box. Some of these tackles need to be timed very closely, because that could have easily been a penalty.
Yeah. And he gets himself a yellow card in the process.
Yes. We've played 90 minutes by my watch as we look at the offense by the Herentials defender, bringing down Andile Taruinga. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Despite all those stoppages, we didn't seem to accumulate enough stoppage time, because we've seen players go down
more often than
they were up. So
3 minutes, I think, is being very miserly of our officials. Oh,
what on earth was he trying to do? My goodness me. He lost control of the ball completely. And Gift Mzadzi seems to be asking an interesting question to say, did he actually see where the goal is? Tinashe Mpuma with a yellow card for his challenge. Joao. Once again they come. The Herentials are closing them down. Joao doing a good defensive job. Majarira blocks it. And the Herentials now heavily populated inside their own area. It's only Innocent Benza upfield and the standing captain. Now it's going to be another free kick. Quickly taken. Kore now transferred into the center to play as a centre back. But sometimes Kwekwe United are conceding possession rather unnecessarily. Here they come now. Kwekwe United, can they get something in the last 2 minutes? Another handball. But on that occasion, I think the ref should have allowed advantage, because Kwekwe still had possession. Free kick, nonetheless. 3-1 the scoreline. Herentials in the lead. And Kwekwe's woes have been compounded here. And their situation is made even worse because Bikita Minerals, the last we heard, were leading by 2-1. It's exactly the same thing.
Stanley.
This is this is unbelievable.
Poor second half from Kwekwe United. They'd given us a better show in the first half.
Yes, indeed.
And then one begs the question, their performance then begs the question to say, did they prepare enough for their life in the Premiership after having won promotion from Division 1 Central Region? You know, you would want to look at it and say, okay, you have been promoted, you did very well, but you may need some software upgrade. You know, what do you do to reinforce and make sure you stay in the Premiership? So as it is, Kwekwe United were last in, first out into the Premiership.
Exactly. Exactly. It hasn't been a good campaign for them. As the ball is played through, Dombo's got a header. Gets the return pass, plays the ball through. Still in possession. Dombo with another cross. The danger is averted. Chisi to Chimbetu. On the wing. Oh, lays it through, plays it behind. What a miss. And the goalkeeper makes a save. Mkiwa brings it down nicely. And he was hacked down with that sliding tackle. He has stayed down injured, Melvin Mkiwa. I hope that he will be fine. Being helped to his feet. He's still okay, as the corner will be taken. I'll be very surprised if the referee allows the corner to be taken from that spot.
Yeah, even the near side assistant
Somebody
referee
should be watching
spot
all
that
these
one.
things.
The near side assistant referee should pick that one up.
Chimbetu has stolen complete meter. The shot comes in, and this one hits the goalkeeper. Was it a save?
No, I think it was just pumped into his lying body. Yeah, but surely is that corner kick incident, Stanley? Definitely. Look at that position there.
Yeah,
It's way outside the corner kick arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Match officials need to pay attention to detail. She'll let players get away with this sort of thing. You'll struggle to control them. And the referee has got his hands up and says it's all over here at Rufaro Stadium. 3-1. Herentials win here. 3 points for them. And for Kwekwe United, the relegation battle continues. Will they win it? Your guess is as good as mine. Your thoughts of the 90?
Yeah, well, of course, we know Kwekwe United haven't had a good season, and they are just as good as gone back into Division 1. But they are sure today they had a better first half compared to the second half that they gave us. But and of course, Herentials getting the 3 points and having to not do much, not sweat for their victory. They did very well. They secured the points and thereby enjoying the luxury of playing IB9 for a full 90 minutes. And then Kwekwe United will also have a few questions to answer to say what do they need to do to redeem themselves, just wind down the season in a better show. But if you look at the statistics, Kwekwe United, the best position that they've been on the log table since the league started was match day 1, when they were 7th on the log after they drew 1-1 with Ngezi Platinum. And then their second best position was when they were 11th on the log position. That was after match day 3, when they beat Bikita Minerals by a solitary goal. So they haven't been any better than that. And now they're a constant feature at the basement of the log table. Kwekwe United not enjoying their life in the Premiership. But on the other side, Herentials, well, a deserved 3 points. They didn't have to sweat blood for them to get the 3 points. And of course, we understand even Etema Gumeni is still 1-1 between Highlanders and visitors Ngezi Platinum. And Cape United were still trailing by 2-1 out at Gibbo Stadium. We now want to see if what the two respective coaches are going to tell us when they join Stanley Katsande for the touchline interviews. And I see it's coach, Kwekwe United coach Masimba Dinero, who's going to take up the spot ahead of the Celestina Benza. So Stanley Katsande will be talking to Masimba Dinero, who is on standby to give us his post-match thoughts. Stanley Katsande, go ahead. As we see some fans, Herentials fans, enjoying themselves in the terraces. Stanley Katsande.
It didn't go, I think, your way today. What exactly happened? I thought you had a very good first 45 minutes.
Yeah, we had a good 45 minutes, but the game was spoiled by the officials. The match officials, this is below standard. We can't keep on doing this it's in front of everyone is watching broad daylight in TVs, but come to our officials who are officiating the match. It's very bad. We can't keep on seeing such poor officiating from the officials, because at the moment, look, our standards of refereeing is going below par. Because if you think of Felix Sangaorima, Wilfred Mkuna, Katazo, all those names, when they were handling matches, they were doing it with wholeheartedly. But here, it's pathetic. To me, it's pathetic to the referees. They have to improve.
What exactly were you complaining about? Can you pick out a few instances?
He was not hands-on on the incidents. 2, even the counting of the 10 yards, he wasn't doing it. As a referee, you should make sure you have counted 10 yards, people, they go for the 10 yards. And the other thing, when either one of the players, especially my young players, when there's an incident, there's no whistle. But when it comes to Herentials, hey, gentlemen, hey, this is not fair. Because what we want is to see football. If we lose fairly, it's okay. But if you do such things in front of the whole crowd, it's not fair.
Okay, Coach, well, we do sympathize with what happened to you. Thanks, and better luck next time. Yes, congratulations, Coach, on picking up 3 points, and what a way to make it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Today's win was very important for us. And as I said earlier on, that we were not supposed to be having any excuse if we're going to lose this game, because we really needed the 3 points and move to 38 points.
And today was something different. You normally used to substitute IB9 at halftime. Today you decided to go all the way with him, and what a match he's had.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this performance, especially in the second half. Because in the first half, he was being starved of passes, but in the second half, when he was getting those passes, he showed that he's able to do wonders, and I'm happy with his performance.
And of course, we saw some niggling injuries, and we were asking ourselves, is it because of the training methods of the teams, especially both sides? Is it something that bothered you, the way the players were going down injured?
Yeah, it's something that bothers me very much, because at the end of the day you end up losing a lot of players. But I think it was more of some bad tackles that were being done, and I think that has to be worked on, and maybe to protect the players for both sides. I think it need to work well. And
just a short word on the officiating. How happy are you with it?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy because I managed to get to control the game very well for me, and I don't cry on any situation, and I'm happy because I think it shows that the level of refereeing is improving.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach, and congratulations. You can have your enjoyable night tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Well, that was Innocent Benza, the winning coach, winning by 3-1. That's the story told here at Rufaro Stadium. It's Herentials 3 with Kwekwe only scoring once. It's back to the studio.
Well, Herentials, they going about their job as they have been doing. And the show, the day today, I'm sure you'll agree, belonging to IB9, Innocent Benza, making us relive the days of players like Tito Paquet of Highlanders, Kenneth Jere of Dynamos, Joel Shambo of Caps United, and Chris Samakwere was now manager at Moors. So a very delightful afternoon it was. And by winning, Herentials have now leapfrogged over Tel 1. They are now in 6th place and maybe dark horses for the title. Becky Mpilonyoni is still here. Becky, IB9 really lighting up the show at Rufaro today.
Yes, IB9 lighting the show at Rufaro Stadium. I think he played very well, and deservedly the coach allowed him to play the whole game. I think this is really encouraging and good. When he plays well, he has to stay. When he played badly, he has to be substituted, regardless that it's the brother. You see, that on its own shows he knows what he's doing. And also, I think I need to comment about the refereeing from our point of view. We thought it was really fair. Unfortunately,
It was fair.
Masimba Dinyoro
saw otherwise.
otherwise. But the truth of the matter is there was fair refereeing, and there is no goal I can say this has been a contribution of the officials.
That's right. That's the goals from Herentials, 3-1 winning and going into 6th position. And as you heard, United are trailing Bigita Minerals by 2-1. So that's just about it. Thanks once again for being with us. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing here on ZBC TV from everybody from the ZBC TV sports crew behind the scenes, fronted by our producers Bevan Shinurai, Stuart Shuriwa, Tinashe Manyoni, and Gina Gwanzura. Yes, we say remember to take care.